Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Fin Show. I am your host, Miss Fins. My hair doesn't want to work with me this morning. What is going on here? Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Hit that like button for us. Hit the like button. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. It is flipping freezing in South Florida right now. And I can't stand it. It's too much. It's too much. Be here. It's too much. I wasn't built for the cold. I wasn't. But if you're just as cold as I am, if let's say you're, up north or whatever, or you're in South Florida like me and it's flipping cold, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, let everybody else know. And welcome to the weekly game preview, guys. We are previewing the playoffs. We got the Chiefs at Bills this Sunday coming up, 6:30. So we're gonna be previewing that game because it is still part of our division. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that as well. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Keep hitting that like button. Also, too, guys, want to say hello and thank you so much. And I appreciate all of you, all of the members in the show and in the channel. Thank you so much. Everybody that supports the channel as a member, really do appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Also, too, it's just funny, about 20% of you guys watch all the time and are not subscribed. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. That's an easy way to go ahead and support the channel without actually having um, to do anything else. Just hit the like button and subscribe. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate everybody in the comment section. So today, like always, it's not, no, it's the same thing we do every single game preview. We will be discussing the two opponents and then kind of go from there, guys. Hit the like button too. Oh, wait. Of course. Besides hitting the like button, guys, and becoming a member. Also, too, guys, remember we do have super chat, super stickers, super thanks, and also Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all that good stuff too. If you want to donate and help the channel and show some love that way as well. Let's see here. And last but not least, if you're a Dolphin fan, which most of you guys are, like we always say, we win together, we lose together. Dolphins for life. Thank you very much. Much appreciate all you guys for coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's start out with our opponents, guys. You've got, let's see here, the injury report. We always start with the injury report. Why? Because it's kind of the easiest thing to go over. You got the Chiefs, as I mentioned, going over to Buffalo, first time ever. Well, in this new era of football, if you will. Both teams are 11-6. Chiefs are 6-2 away. Buffalo is 7-2 at home. As far as Kansas City, they got Darius Tony, wide receiver, who's questionable. Justin Ross, questionable. Sneed is questionable. Nadi, their tackle or defensive tackle, is also questionable. As far as for Buffalo, Taylor Rapp, questionable. Bernard also questionable. Benford is questionable. Dotson is questionable. Rasul Douglas is probably the one out of all these who's questionable. I'm more than likely play, but he's probably the one that I'm like, that might affect a little bit if he's too injured. You know what I mean? He's become a good part of their defense, so definitely somebody to watch out for. In the last 5 games, ladies and gentlemen, the Chiefs are 4-1. They beat New England, lost to Las Vegas, beat Cincinnati, the Chargers, and the Dolphins. In the last 5, Bills have won. They beat Dallas, the Chargers, New England, Miami, and Pittsburgh. Let's see here. 1 second. 'Cause there was something else I want to show you guys too, in case you're wondering. Always like to go to the team stats for sure. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs right now in their offense, they got Patrick Mahomes. He ended the regular season with 4,183 yards. Isaiah Pacheco with, man, he was so close to 1,000. Rushing yards, but he's about 1,300 all-purpose yards, receiving and rushing. But rushing, he did have 935. Travis Kelsey had 984 yards. Those are the top 3 weapons, if you will, for Kansas City. Right now, Kansas City is. Oh, 1 second. Kansas City, when it comes to passing, this past year, they were ranked 6th at 246.4 passing yards per game. You had, when it came to rushing, they were 19th, though, at 104.9 rushes or yards per game. When it comes to the scoring, Kansas City was 15th at 21.8 points per game, and their defense allowed only 17.3 points per game, which ended up having the second best scoring defense in the league. Which, to be honest with you, is the only reason why they won as many games as they won. That offense was atrocious. Kansas City also led in the number 1 drop percentage and overall drops in the league this past season, which is just bad. I mean, every team drops balls, but they were egregious. They've been one of the most inconsistent teams, although they still got 11 wins, mostly because of their defense keeping them in the actual game. Um, then on the other hand, you have Buffalo. They have their top 3 weapons. Josh Allen, 4,306 yards this past regular season. James Cook with 1,122 yards rushing. And Diggs with 1,183 yards receiving. The only reason, in my opinion, why the Bills even got to any sort of winning games this past season is because of James Cook. Period. It took off the pressure from Josh Allen, and being able to have James Cook and actually have a run game, which they never had. Yeah, a consistent run game, let's put it that way. That didn't involve the quarterback being their number 1 rusher, is one of the main reasons why, in my opinion, they ended up being way better. Now, obviously, when it came to the last few games, I would say in the last 5 games, Allen did introduce his rushing back into it a little bit more prominent, but having James Cook, to me, is one of the most reasons why they even had a shot in these games. When it comes to the 2023 season, Coming into this game, they were ranked eighth at 244.4 yards per game passing. When it came to rushing, they were ranked seventh at 130.1 rush rushing yards per game. When it came to scoring points in the season, they were sixth at 26.5 rushing total points scored per game. And then when it came to their defense, it was actually top five, being number four, at only allowing 18.3 points per game. That's another reason why they were able to kind of stay afloat. They started very, very bad and very, very inconsistent. And because of that, kind of fell behind the eight ball. But now that they, again, having and really utilizing that running game with James Cook, that was probably the main reason why. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. That's the main reason why they were able to go ahead. And that and their defense tightening up, one of the main reasons why they were able to have a win streak at towards the end. Now, according to analytics, they are saying right now that Buffalo is favored in this particular game at 2.5 points. Okay. The over under in this game is 45 and a half points. Uh, the likelihood of Buffalo winning in this game, they're also saying should be around 57% that Buffalo should win this game, only giving 43% over to Kansas City. Being that this is a first road win, because these two teams have met each other consistently within the last 5 years. If not, if not in the divisional round, certainly in the AFC round. Um, but Kansas City has been victorious every time. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, yeah, so every time. Maybe Buffalo won once, but then again, they always had to go to Kansas City. This is the first time that the script is flipped. So we'll see. Will Buffalo finally have a shot at beating Kansas City? We don't know the whole 13-second debacle and everything else Kansas City has always had to deal with because they just, well, not Kansas City, Buffalo, sorry. They could never get over the hump, And Kansas City always found a way to beat Buffalo Bills one way or another. Now, it doesn't mean that Buffalo didn't present a good opposition to Kansas City in the last few years. It's just Kansas City at home, having the crowd, behind you and all of that. And this is one of the things that I was saying, having that home field advantage is so huge. Playing with that 12th man, the crowd, it really does make a huge difference. And Kansas City has always leaned on that, being that, the AFC Championship has been played consistently within the last 5 years at Kansas City. So, yeah, this is very interesting. This is uncharted waters for Kansas City right now. They just came off a decisive win over the Miami Dolphins, which still hurts as a Dolphin fan. I'm gonna be honest with you because, oh my God, we were still in striking distance. We just literally all the way up to like the first half of the fourth quarter, we were still in that game. We just needed the offense to do something, and they just. Let me not go back. It's dark times. Anyways, but yeah, that's the they still managed to find a way, although really tough conditions. Both teams dealt with it versus Miami. They found a way to put up points, even though with the drops, even with everything going against Kansas City, they were still able to find a way to win, which is why they're now in the divisional round playing at Buffalo. This is going to be very interesting. It's a different dynamic for both teams. Hopefully, we'll get it. To be honest with you, this is the least game. And I gotta watch this game because it's still a divisional game for us. Buffalo's still in the division, so still gotta watch this game. But I'm not looking forward to this game only because I feel like the other matchups in this weekend are gonna be a lot more interesting to watch. I mean, I'm gonna give you my perspective of what I think this game is gonna break down to and the key to win for each side. But so far, as far as the stats, that's what we got going on right now. The weather is predicted to be 20 degrees with cloud cover because it is at 6:30. This will be on CBS, by the way, on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So go ahead and check that out. It's gonna be very interesting. It all depends on how. Right now, I know that there's this Arctic chill that's coming out, which is freezing in my house right now, which is why we're so cold. Tomorrow morning is gonna be even worse. Oh my god! But if we're getting it like this and it's bad for us, you can forget it. Anywhere in the Northeast is already getting even worse, like a billion times worse, weather wise. So it's going to be 20 degrees. Both teams are used to it. So it's not, I don't think the weather's really going to be a major factor into this. They're both cold weather teams. They're used to this kind of weather. So yeah, we'll definitely go ahead and see and kind of go from there. Now, let me come over here real quick. Give me a second. Oh man, I just realized something. Uh, I'll have him here next time if they actually end up winning. But water break peeps. Um. Okay. Now let's get into the rest of this game. Look, the coach's expectations for these two teams. You got Andy Reid, the only coach in NFL history to have over 100 wins in two different franchises, two-time Super Bowl champ. Coach, he knows what he's doing when it comes to dealing with both regular season, playoffs, adversity, and things like that. Again, they've enjoyed the opportunity of having and hosting the AFC Championship game at home for the last 5 years straight. Might have been 6 years? No, 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 5 years. Yeah, that does help. Again, now I expect, especially with the way that the weapons for Kansas City has been, not as reliable, if you will, this season. Meaning, the number of drops have been ridiculous, like a lot. I do expect for Andy Reid to really lean on that running game. So expect Isaiah Pacheco to be highlighted in this game. To me, that's a very interesting running back. To be honest with you, he came out of nowhere last year, second year in the season. I like him. I like Pacheco. I think that he's going to be very well. He's going to have to absolutely be used, obviously, but I think it's going to be very dynamic to seeing how he ends up, or he ends up being used by Kansas City, especially since again they have a tendency to drop balls. This particular team, so because of that, you're going to want to lean hard on your running game. I expect Kansas City to go ahead and do that. Another thing too, I expect Coach Reed to focus on you being selective with the player. Well, this is gonna go more for what's his name, for Patrick Mahomes, but I think utilizing. We all know Travis Kelsey is their number one weapon. Like we don't even need to. It's Kelsey and then others. Like most people don't even know who the rest of the wide receivers or even the running backs are for the team, unless you're like a super football fan. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you right now, Rice, Valdez Scantly. Yeah, there you go. Uh, they're gonna have to step up. because even with the number of drops that they've had, I think Rice was one of the main pieces why they were able to win the last few games for Kansas City. So if Coach Reed is able to implement that running game with Pacheco and then really distribute the ball between Kansas, I guess this is Reed and Mahomes. Distribute the ball between Kelsey and Rice and Scanley. I think they should be able to drive the ball down the field, obviously towards the end goal, which is a touchdown. This gonna be a very interesting game. They're very similarly matched teams too. That's that's the other thing. These two are two very similarly matched teams. They typically run three wide receivers and a tight end in the offense for both of them. They essentially run a base 4-3 defense. It's going to be very interesting to see how both teams attack each other because they have matched up against each other in the playoffs so often. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. Um, but I mean, a lot of people could say last season they only had Kelsey. Pacheco being the rookie came out of nowhere, kind of impressed a lot of people because you just didn't know who you had. And they still managed to win a Super Bowl with like no weapons. So at this point, you cannot count out Kansas City. I know that they're the underdog, but not by much in this game. Feel better, Shekel. Feel better. But one thing that I expect Coach Reed to do, that was the offense. And this defense is good. Kansas City defense is so good. I mean, it's actually kind of frustrating how good they are, to be honest with you. That defense, to me, it's one of the main reasons why they were in a lot of the games that they won. Holy smokes. And to be honest with you, it's interesting because they've always been led by offense. This Kansas City has always been led by the offense more than anything else, especially in the last 5 years. They've had an all right defense, but the offense has been so high powered that, you know, as long as the defense can manage and be middle of the road, their offense is going to take off. This year, their offense kind of took a little step back, if you will, and they're kind of gathering themselves together. But that Kansas City defense, shout out to their defensive staff, their DC, shout out to their scouts and everything because they got young players too that have been playing really well, and put those together with the veterans that they have. That defense, Jesus, they're really good. They're really good. They're actually really good. They are the number number two scoring defense or number one scoring defense. My apologies. This defense is really good. May not like it. Yeah, number two. There you go. It's like a 17.3. Yeah, number two scoring defense. You may not like it, but that D line, they can stop the run. They can stop the run. And oh my God. I mean, thank you, Kovish. I said that earlier, but my brain not here. Um, that defense is good. The D line is solid. They're very good at stopping the run, and they have a really good secondary with McDuffie. My God, that kid, love the name. Uh, dude, like between Sneed and McDuffie covering the outside, you have a problem as an offense. And to me, I'd like to see how they handle Buffalo. I think it's going to be very, because they're going to be dealing with an offense that can put up points. It's going to be very frustrating as a Dolphin fans to watch this game. Hence why I really am like, no, trying to see this game. But no, I absolutely expect their secondary to be really good, to be honest with you. Especially when you have Diggs on the other side, and obviously, um, it's still a high-powered offense over there with Buffalo. So the keys to victory for me when it comes to Kansas City winning this game, to be honest with you, number one, find a way to get Kelsey even more involved because we know they're gonna try to take him out. Utilize the other pieces that you have in your team and make sure that you establish the run and you get Pacheco going early and continuously throughout the game. If you can get that, again, open up. This is the thing when you have a mobile quarterback. I'm telling you, these are mirrored image teams. When you have a mobile quarterback like Mahomes, I mean, don't matter what you do in the defense. Yeah, Bills have a great D line as well, but you have a quarterback that can extend plays. So in that pocket where their O line will maybe give him 2.5 seconds, he can extend it to 3, 4, 5, 6 just by scrambling. And don't let that man scramble because somehow between him and Kelsey, they find a way to find each other. So whatever route Kelsey is supposed to be running, you can forget it. The minute that Mahomes scrambles, you're gonna see Kelsey also scrambling and coming back towards the ball. So that's gonna be their superpower, in my opinion. But establishing the run early and keeping it throughout the game is gonna give them that flexibility, in my opinion, for Kansas City to still be able to pass the ball down the field, even though I know that's a rusher, but it's going to help them open up their offense. And then when it comes to their defense, just keep doing what they're doing. In my opinion, especially with the surgence of James Cook, that D line, you're gonna have to stop that run game, and you're gonna have to contain. You're gonna have to contain Josh Allen because now, which is what he didn't do the first half of the season. Now he's going back into running and getting out of the pocket and scrambling and extending the play. And when Josh Allen does that, he's able to go ahead and make plays. Because of that, the D line for Kansas City will need to contain him. Let him beat you by passing the ball. Don't allow him to open up the field or always have a spy on him because he will if and it's interesting as a fan when you're looking at the game and you see the Red Sea parting. I'm like, he's gonna run. He's gonna run. He runs. So I'm like, how do they not see this? Like, so yeah. So contain Josh Allen in the pocket. Let him beat you with your arm, which he will still be able to do. But you got the easiest way to beat a dual threat quarterback is to make him one threat. So pick and choose because the second that he does both, you're screwed. So as long as Kansas City is able to contain him and have a spot on Josh Allen and defense, they should be fine. And the offense, we already talked about. Now let's go over Buffalo Bills side. Well, Buffalo, we kind of know a little bit more because I mean they're in our division, so you kind of expect that. Shout out to Joe Brady who is their interim OC. I think it's Joe, right? Joe, yeah. I know it's Brady's his last name, but yeah. Shout out to him. Since the minute that they fired Ken Dorsey, you could see it's night and day in their offense. Josh Allen was really the first half of the season. He was being a lot more conservative, trying to preserve his body. The second half, when they fired Ken Dorsey and they actually put in Brady as the interim OC, you saw the difference, and it just implemented more of the run game into Josh Allen's um, play again. What do I expect from McDermott? I mean, it's nothing we haven't seen already. Obviously, like I said, their number one weapon, interestingly enough, in my opinion, as an outsider looking in, is James Cook. James Cook goes up for over 100 yards, and you're more than likely going to lose that game. Because although they've had a million and one different running backs over there in Buffalo, their number one rusher has been Josh Allen, literally every season. So having a James Cook takes away that pressure. And what a break. Okay. So James Cook, to me, the second they got James Cook involved in this offense and he became their legitimate running back, lights out. Lights out. Lights out. Because now, although teams will still need to contain Josh Allen, obviously, you actually have a legitimate run game that teams will need to consider. Before, the only thing you really needed to consider was, okay, well, you just gotta keep a spy on Josh Allen and drop everybody back to cover Diggs and Gabe and Davis and Shakir and all that, right? Or Sherfield this year. But now that they have a legitimate run game with Cook, now defenses are gonna have this. It's gonna be tricky for Kansas City. Now they legitimately have to pay attention to that run game because they have an actual running back they use. Before they've had running backs, they just don't use them the way that they're using Cook. And Cook, I mean, looking at him, he can get through the A and B gap fairly quickly. And if he needs to run outside, he does. And he's gone. So this particular team, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how they utilize Cook. I think they should continue to use him the same way that they have all season. You're gonna probably see this. You're probably gonna see the Bills end up pushing the run early, in my opinion, just to kind of balance it out. And then I'm gonna talk about the other two pieces that they have more than anything else. But James Cook to me is like their number one piece. Once they get James Cook going, I think that the Bills will be able to move the ball down the field very, very good. And when it comes to obviously play action, it's going to be there. You're going to have to bite on the run. And because of that, here comes the outside. And speaking of the outside, we all know Diggs, obviously their number one wide receiver. We know Davis being their number two, Trent Sherfield being three, Shakir coming out of nowhere, and actually been a very effective wide receiver for Buffalo. But their number one and number two weapons, in my opinion, are gonna be their tight ends. Obviously, Dawson Knox, he was injured. He was their starting tight end, but he was injured. He was pretty much out for what, like 6 weeks? 6 weeks, 6, 7 weeks. And Don Kincaid, their rookie, whom I wanted us to pick, phenomenal, phenomenal young tight end. I mean, but it's interesting because this team loves to use their tight end. So seeing Knox there, seeing Kincaid, that 1-2 punch, they're more than likely to use their tight ends before they use their wide receivers. Two big body tight ends, very flexible, very good route runners, both of them. You essentially have Junior Knox and Kincaid. So, who some would argue has better hands than Knox, but at the end of the day, you have, which is why their tight end play didn't really fall off when Knox went out because Kincaid was able to take that load. Those two right there, 1-2 weapons. So not only do you have to the Kansas City defense will have to deal with Cook and the run game, and you will need to because that guy can go off for 10, 15, 20, 25 yards on you because he has a great field of vision behind that line. He knows how to hit the gap and he knows how to follow through, and he's a problem in my opinion as a running back. Then you have their tight ends, which they absolutely love to use. So, because of that, to me, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I give the defense to Kansas City. I gotta give the offense to Buffalo. It's not even close, in my opinion. It's not even close. Kansas City, yeah, you got Pacheco, you got Kelsey, obviously. Everybody else is a drop off, in my opinion. Here you got two excellent tight ends. You got an excellent wide receiver, and I haven't even talked about Diggs because I don't need to. Those three guys between Cook, Kincaid, and Knox alone. We're not even talking about the fact that Josh Allen now is again deciding to scramble and to go for runs. This offense to me is way better than Kansas City, especially with the horrific play that Kansas City has been doing this season, and the fact that they've been dropping balls left and right. Yeah, that I have to give the offense to the offensive edge to Buffalo for sure, but the defensive edge I give it to Kansas City. Uh, yeah, Pacheco's definitely, in my opinion, Pacheco being a younger running back to me is better than Cook, but it's the fact that they only have Pacheco and Kelsey in Kansas City. Here, you've got Cook, you've got Kincaid, you've got Knox. And again, I haven't even gotten to the fact that they still have Shakir, who has stepped up his game in the last few weeks. We all know Gabe Davis is hot and cold whenever Allen decides to use him. He's actually a pretty good wide receiver, but again, he's got some drop issues. We get it, and yet it's so interesting how Buffalo Bills fans want to destroy Gabe Davis, and he's one of their most, although he does drop some balls, one of the most consistent wide receivers in my opinion, especially when it comes to the end zone. And then obviously, I still haven't even gotten to Diggs, who is consistently within the last 6 years a top 10 receiver. Some would argue top five. So yeah, again, I will go with Buffalo offense. They get the edge. Kansas City defense absolutely gets the edge for me. Now, again, this is two very comparable teams. Like they're mirror images, if you will, and at the end of the day, it's all gonna stem down to execution. Period. No matter what. Because if the Kansas City receivers decide to actually execute and catch these balls, yeah, Buffalo, you're gonna have a very hard time winning this game. Very hard time. It's because of the inconsistent play of the receivers, in my opinion. The reason why I give the edge in the offense to Buffalo. Like it just it's not even it doesn't compare in my opinion. Although the number one tight end and top 10 running back Kansas City has, and the number one QB, still I get the edge in the offense to Buffalo because they've played. If you take a look at the last 5 games, now six games, they have been able to put their offense together finally, and they're a lot more consistent of a team versus what they were in the first half of the season. Yeah, I mean, I talked about Reese. What do you mean? Reese was really good. But uh, sorry, 1 second, guys. Hey, Shakir, my name. Yeah, and I think he means Rice too. Rashid Rice. Yeah, Rice. Did I not mention him? I'm pretty sure I mentioned him like a few times. Um, yeah, Rice. He actually was the number one receiver I mentioned. I guess you might have just gotten here, but he's the number one receiver I mentioned for Kansas City, being besides Kelsey. So, but yeah, R- Rice, phenomenal, phenomenal receiver, young receiver, great weapon. I'm still giving, although it hurts me to say, the off. I gotta give can I gotta give the offense edge to Buffalo. So I expect for McDermott to really utilize the two tight ends. To be honest with you, they're probably gonna interchange them. I don't think we'll see that many two tight end sets, but I expect McDermott to really utilize Cook early. Um, and then yeah, the it's doesn't complain. Oh, you were saying the only half. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right, Bunjo. I was saying the main guys that Kansas City has, because you're right. I did say it is Pacheco and Kelsey. Those are the main guys. For Buffalo, the main guys is really Knox, Kincaid, and then obviously um, Diggs. But I feel like that's kind of obvious. So really, Cook, Kincaid, and Knox. 1-2 punch. That's really it. I'll give you Kelsey Aquavision, but because it's not. This is the thing. It's not just having a really good player. It's the way the team is utilizing them. And to me, right now, the way the Bills are utilizing their tight ends is better than how Kansas City is utilizing their tight ends. Although, again, I get it. Kelsey alone is, come on, it's not even close. Kelsey is better than Knox. Kelsey is better than Kincaid. Although actually, well, I would say Kincaid because Kincaid doesn't really block as much. Knox is actually the blocker in that aspect, but he can absolutely catch. So we'll see. It's gonna be very, very. This is gonna be a very interesting game. Now I gotta watch this game. I mean, I was gonna watch it anyways, but now seeing them doing this dang review, I'm not really gonna watch this game. It's gonna be interesting. Look, I gotta also give the edge out because this is played in Buffalo. That 12th man will be a factor. It will be a factor in the game. It will be a factor. Yeah. Bucks Lions, my game of the week. Yeah, that's definitely one of them. Good morning, guys. I'm with you, Michael K. I think 12 personnel will also be used a lot. You guys love to use it. I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if it'll be at a 50% clip, but I wouldn't doubt it. To be honest with you, you know, because then you're gonna have your Cook again. You're gonna have Kincaid, and you're gonna have Knox, and then you're gonna have Shakir and Diggs, which makes absolute sense. You know what I mean? So it's just a comparable. It's just such a. It's such a. They're so alike as a team. So we'll see. It's gonna be very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. And then if you go to the defense, that man, they got guys injured. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Michael K. Rab right now, he's not looking too good from what I saw. And what was it? What did I have him here? He didn't. Yeah, he didn't even practice on Tuesday. He didn't practice Wednesday. He didn't practice Tuesday. Now, due to his ankle, Bernard didn't practice on Thursday either. Neither did Benford. So you guys have some like guys not participating who you may not have available in your secondary. The defense, like I said, I give the edge to Kansas City. Um, Now I don't think that it's gonna be a drop off for the Bills. The Bills always manage to still have good utilization and output from their defense, even if they're missing their top guys. So I'm not gonna what am I gonna say? I'm not really too worried about the defense. They just won't be. No defense is 100%, but I don't think they'll be as effective as they probably were. In the last few weeks due to the last injuries that they've had. But we'll see. Yeah, and you are right, Johnson with the concussion. I don't think he's cleared. What day is today? Friday. I didn't see any reports that he's cleared concussion either, and I believe he has to clear concussion by no later than tomorrow afternoon. If not, he won't be eligible to play. So we'll see if Johnson clears the concussion protocol. Don't know, but so far, yeah, that's gonna be very interesting to see that. I still give. Um, did they glue back that piece of the helmet? You know what? I would put that helmet and I'll put it on my wall if I was Mahomes. But no, they didn't. They had a backup. They had a backup helmet. The problem was, it's funny. The problem was that it froze. The literal helmet froze. The backup helmet froze, and that was you saw him, Mahomes going in and out of the helmet is because it was ice to him. And when he put it on, it was straight ice. And not just that, the padding. They couldn't get the padding, so he just put it on just to whatever. But that wasn't that. He should have never been allowed to play at least two plays to get the correct padding. They had to move the padding from the old one into the new one. Um, but yeah, it was a whole ordeal. He should have come out of the game, and they should have put their backup in. NFL major failure in protecting your players. Yes, I'm shaming you, NFL, because you want to shame everybody else. So, but there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These two teams, they're gonna be very interesting to watch, obviously. But we'll see. It's weird that this game is not being played as the AFC Championship. You know what I mean? Because we've seen it being time and time again be the AFC Championship. But you know what? I kind of like it that way. You know what I mean? Let's get them out. Get them out. One of them will be victorious. Now let me see. You guys give me your score predictions. Go ahead and keys to victory real quick for Buffalo. Um, we know Patrick Mahomes. He loves to scramble. So you need to go ahead and contain as much as possible Patrick Mahomes. But if they're able to go ahead and uh, you're gonna have to double Kelsey. You're gonna have to watch out those intermediate in routes that he loves to freaking do. You're gonna have to put two bodies on Kelsey at all times. They know this. Watch out for Pacheco because you know he will get through. That kid can go for 30, 35 yards like this. Man, that field of vision for that running back. I'm not gonna lie. From Jersey, which I didn't even know. Yeah, pretty good. So I think it's gonna be very interesting. Give me a score prediction, people. Put in your score prediction real quick. I'm gonna open it up here. I got a little bit of time, and I think it's gonna be fun to see what some of y'all got because it is still, why would you do this game? Well, players, NFL keeps going, even though the Dolphins, may not be on right now. We still have football, ladies and gentlemen. We don't stop. We're 365. Not really, because obviously I gotta take days off on work on weekends. But it's gonna be very interesting to go ahead and see, our opponents. This is the AFC too. That's another thing people don't realize. It's the AFC. We're scouting for next year, baby. You know what I mean? But yeah, give me your predictions. Let me know what you think. oh, I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm sorry. That was smokes, you guys. Oh, you guys are hilarious. I'm telling you, you guys are hilarious. Bills by 10. Give me an actual score prediction, not by 10. Mike, okay. Oh, Mike, okay, I give you that. See, Color gets an excuse because well, he's already penciled it in. So let's go ahead and pull this puppy up for us. Rubber ducky, you're the one. Rubber ducky, do 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 do. You have to give Miss Fins an extra view to get my prediction. Ah, I like that. I almost freaked out for a second. Yes, you do. But in the meantime, what did we pick? Oh, oh, oh! Yeah, you're gonna have to see it. I'll let y'all see it. It's a great show, guys. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. It was awesome. So yeah, sorry, it's good. 32-20. Oh, 32-31. Okay, I see. 32-31. I'm assuming Bills. Okay, cool. 6-5. Jeez. I can't. Some of yous. Y'all are hilarious. I've been binge watching Dead. Y'all are hilarious. Hey, shout out to everybody watching on Twitter, man. Thank you. Well, X, but Twitter, Twitch. Thank you so much for coming and watching. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, you are right. We have your score predictions here already. So that was quick thinking, Color, after forgetting your prediction. Yep, he's smart. He's real smart. So, man, interesting how some of us picked. I actually picked us going 11-6. Getting like I'm literally like I picked. I straight up picked us going 11-6 this season. You know, my super homer me had us at 13-4 though. Kind of hurts. Yeah, so 11-6, man. It's just a bummer. But it is what it is. On to next year, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. Look. Good morning, G-Man. How you doing? This is the Kansas City Chiefs at Buffalo Bills game preview, like we do every single week, because that's what we do here, guys. We preview games. We're still not done. The season is still going. As a game preview, we were able to go ahead and discuss our divisional round weekend, and previewing both teams. They're both in the AFC, and they both are pain in the booty for us Dolphins fans. But it's what we got to deal with. You know what I mean? It is officially freezing cold down here in South Florida, because anything below 70 is cold. 70 is already like freezing to me, but whatever, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Let me guess, you are talking about the franchise incompetence. No. I don't know if you can hear me or not, G-Man. I literally just went through what the topic is, and it's also literally the title of the game. Now, guys, do me a favor. Go ahead and support those who do support the channel, like Chef Jew and Chef Juice Catering, man. He really does take his time to support the channel in so many ways, and you can go ahead and support him as well. Looking for a great chef to cater your next birthday, business, office party, and more with mouth-watering cookies, cakes, pies, and more? Then go ahead and call Chef Jew at 786-804-8096. That's 786-804-8096, or via Facebook Messenger or Instagram at Chef Jew, J-U Catering, for more information, and mention Miss Fins to get 10% off your catering order, guys. And if you ever get the luxury of going to a Dolphins game in person, you'll be able to, sometimes you'll be able to catch, one of his cupcakes and things like that. It's a lot of, uh, what do you call it? It's actually pretty good. Really, really good. And he has a bunch of different recipes. So definitely help him out, because he's such a great friend of the family, and really supports the channel. Like, you guys have no idea. What else here? What else here? Yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So, yep, there you have it. Now, I will say this: I have dropped the. Oh, I should probably film that now. Oh, okay. I've dropped the Back Alley Fins Part 2 episode. It's in the Miss Fins channel, so definitely go ahead and check that out. It's a lot of fun. The ladies and I go back and forth on the topics at hand, so definitely go ahead and check Part 2 out. Also, too, I will be, I guess, recording now. I'm gonna be doing my end of the season Hard Knocks review, because I got notes from like each episode and I want to talk to you guys about, and kind of like culminate on the end of that. So I'll be filming that probably today and dropping it later on today. So you guys will be seeing that as well. Next week, just so you guys know, we're still at it again. On Monday, it's going to be Motivational Monday. Why? Because we'll either celebrate a few things or not. No, we're gonna be talking about Dolphins, man. This doesn't stop. You know what I mean? We talk Dolphins on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, we still got Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, guys. You can catch us. We're Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, and Wednesdays at 8 p.m., where you can catch myself and my co-host, Mr. Color Commentary, from the Phins Tailgate every single Wednesday night. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I got the Bills winning, but to be honest, I don't care about this game. Two teams that I don't like. Timothy, I'll tell you this. Well, good morning to you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. I will say this: if you guys can do me a favor, I have posted um a post on my channel, and this post is actually, I thought it was pretty good. I've been posting a lot of stuff, and you guys have been commenting, and man, I love it. I love the interaction. And just so you guys know, if you guys put in the comment section, I answer all comments, guys. Every single one of the comments I answer. If you're a member, I answer yours first. because you guys get priority, obviously being supporters of the channel that way. But all your comments and everything like that, put it in the comment section after the show or after the live view if you're catching the replay or anything like that. Put in the comment section because I answer every single one of the questions. And believe me, there are some of you guys that love to go back and forth with me, and I don't mind. I can do it too. But my question was, what path do you think Miami will take with Tua Tagovailoa this offseason? Comment below. Subscribe to Miss Phins. Make him play. A, make him play on a fifth year option, or B, give him an extension. Very interesting. We have a lot of people who have already voted on this. Very, very interesting. And if you want to go ahead and vote yourself and check out the results so far, go ahead into the Misfits channel and you'll be able to see it on the under the community tab as well. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I'm driving people to my channel. What can I say? Guilty as charged. Uh Am I looking forward to the season? Why wouldn't I be? I'm a Dolphins fan. I look forward to every season. Every single season. Good, bad, and ugly. When you're a Dolphins fan, this is why I have this quote, which it's mine and I created, and no one can say otherwise. We win together, we lose together. Dolphins for life. Yeah, baby. Dolphins for life. Whether we win or lose, whether this team makes look, this team made me want to, and I can't wait after this show to go and use these again. So yeah, they make me want to punch something. Yeah, it is what it is. I still love this team, and I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna ride with my team. None of that changes. I'm a football fan. You know what I mean? And as a football fan, I can talk about any team in the NFL, and I can talk about any player in the NFL. You know what I mean? And no matter what, I can be objective. See? I can wholeheartedly tell you I can't stand Kansas City and definitely the Buffalo Bills. But doing this game preview, I'm going to give you, as a football fan, my preview of this game. So, but let's see here. Yeah, I'm a Dolphin fan. I know what you mean. What I really meant to see is I was trying to. The point is there. Essentially, are they going to give him the extension or not? We do. People get mad when a player they like isn't on the same team no more. This ain't Facebook likes. Don't matter. It's a business. Hey, I love Gasicki. All of you guys know. You guys know that's my favorite guy. I have socks with his face on it. That's my guy. I've got 3 of his jerseys. Literally. One, two, four. 4 of his jerseys. Yeah. That's my favorite player. It's not gonna change. You know what I mean? But still a Dolphin fan, still gonna be here, still gonna talk about it. Any updates that I get, I give you guys my updates as well. And like I said, you guys comment on the comment section to these shows or to the actual posts. Yes, I will go ahead and respond. And if you're a member, you get my first response. So there you go. Okay. Why is everybody coming in now? What's up, everybody? How you doing? Everybody watching on Twitter and Twix, thank you so much. I pretty man, you guys are keeping me here longer than I want to be. Let's be honest. That's because you like the tight end. Yes, I do, and I am not afraid or ashamed to say it. What's up, Miami Fan Talk Show? How you doing? Thank you so much, man, with that $5 donation. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this is what I got for you guys. I absolutely love it. Look, all I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, he's good sexy for a reason. You know, that's, that's I mean, still not gonna change me liking him. It is what it is. but again, as a That's obviously me just liking him personally. But as a football fan, I loved his play on the field. I get it. He wasn't good at tackling. It's one thing that he definitely needed to go ahead and get better at. But I still say he's still the best tight end we've had in forever. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. But I still enjoy having um having him on my phone every day, which I do. You guys have seen my screenshot. So I used to yeah. Position doesn't deserve anyone blind loyalty anymore. Yeah, I agree. I don't think anybody should get, you know, again, I think as a Dolphin fan or any fan of any sport really, I understand having your favorite player like Michael Jordan is my favorite basketball player of all time, but he was never a Heat player and the Heat are my favorite team, you know. But I was a Bulls fan as a kid, you know what I mean? But the Heat have always been my team. But Michael was will always be my favorite player of all time. Any one player, you know, I get it. Some people want to give him more love than others. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not here to tell you how to fan people. You fan however you want to fan. It's your prerogative. You know what I mean? But I will be objective in saying, and I have no problem in critiquing anybody that we have on the team or not. And hex no, man. You selling my dad. Ugh, he's a Celtics fan. Gross. Uh, yeah, horrible. Uh, yeah, I know. So, I mean, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's tough being any kind of fan, you know. But I think true fandom is just enjoying the moments that you get to enjoy that aren't necessarily just because of the team. Like I enjoy the times that I get to go with my parents to the game, or my siblings to the game, or my family in general to the games. The memories I share with my family, with my friends, the, that's also part of it too. That culture is awesome. So it's ingrained in whether we win or lose, Dolphin for life. You know what I mean? That's why I have my saying. That's my saying. That's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. But ladies and gentlemen, we finished what I wanted to get done, which today was the game preview of the Bills Chiefs in its divisional round of the 2023-2024 playoffs. We'll see who gets to go furthest besides these two. I personally would have to say conventional wisdom will tell you to pick Kansas City as they are the Super Bowl defending champs. You know what I mean? Lunchtime, I'm here. What's up, Phins 209? You might have to catch the replay, buddy, because I'm getting ready to shut this puppy down. But it's still good. Um, and then what was I gonna say? Conventional wisdom will tell you Kansas City will be the winner of this game because they're the defending champs. But if you want to take a look at it, if you really believe that home field advantage is something that really does make a huge difference in a game, then I can see how someone would pick Buffalo Bills. Because how many times have we seen Buffalo Bills have 1,000,000 yards and still lose a game? Oh my God, all these stats still lost the game. You know what I mean? So yeah. Um, let's see what you say. What's up, Timothy? Miss Fins, I wanted you to know I appreciate your show. Where I'm from, there isn't many Dolphin fans. It's nice hearing different Dolphin fans' opinion. Of course, nobody's going to, nobody's going to be 100%, you know, agreeing with you. You know what I mean? I like having opposing views. I get to learn, guys. My goal in life is to continue to learn all the time. I learn so much from you guys. You guys correct me all the time, which I'm like, great, thanks. I just learned something new. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. I'm very grateful. I don't pretend to think or say that I know everything because I don't. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly trying to grow as a fan, as a human, as a woman. So for me, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with having opposing views. But one thing that I was taught is you have to be balanced. And for me, having objectivity as well is very important. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna be a super fan, and when I'm being a super fan, I tell you guys, I'm being a super fan. Oops. You know what I mean? And I give you my super fan takes, and then when I'm being just a regular football fan, I say, as a football fan, which is why I did this show today, I'm a football fan. As a football fan, of course, I'm gonna want to watch this game. This has been the AFC Championship for the last like 4 years, 5 years, on and off. So of course I'm gonna see this game. I'm not gonna want to, regardless of whoever wins or loses in this game. Doesn't affect me. It's more like recon because I'm a Dolphin fan. I want to see, okay, what are they doing, and will they have this next year. But I'm glad that you enjoyed Timothy. I appreciate your support, being here and hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. You know what I mean? That's why I say you. I know not everybody can monetarily support your channel, and those that can, man, like Miami Fan Talk Show, I appreciate that $5 donation. Showing some love there. It means a lot. Like, you have no idea, and it just helps to continue to do this because this isn't easy and is costly, but because I will never get the hour, 9 minutes, and 58 seconds I've been talking to you guys today, ever again. And time is the most expensive thing anybody can give you. It's not gold, it's not things, it's time. I'd rather have your time than having, anything, things, money, everything comes and goes. That memory, that time, to me, is forever. So, yeah, that's that's I just like to have fun, period. But I appreciate you appreciating me, and like I said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. So, hey, I get it, G man. I know a lot of people don't care about the playoffs, and don't worry, we still do Dolphin stuff as well. But I still gotta give you guys, as football fans, still gotta give you guys, the information of what's going on, and that's why I literally have an AFC East day on Wednesday mornings, and then I do the league wide Wednesdays on Wednesday nights. To break off all the Dolphin content. Trust me, we got a lot to talk about this off season. That's why I know a lot of people put out stuff prior to me putting out my stuff. I'm like, it's okay. I got a whole off season to talk about all this. You know what I mean? Break all these puppies down. So I'm not too worried. Trust me, we got a lot to talk about. I enjoyed yesterday's show with the music takes. Miss Smith's living her best life. You gotta have fun. You know what I mean? What's the point of working so hard if you can't enjoy it? Take a minute to enjoy it and have fun. I'd rather not to make this choice as a child. Do I want to cry or do I rather smile and laugh? I'm always pick smile and laugh and have fun. So I'm gonna continue to have fun. And hopefully you guys continue to have fun with me and keep subscribing and keep sharing the channel and let's keep growing because this off season we gotta get to 2,000 subscribers, guys. We're already at 12 something. Oh, where are we at right now? We are at 1,236 subscribers, guys. And that's all because of you guys and your hard work. So thank you so much for that. And I appreciate it. Like seriously, I really do appreciate it so much. I'll tell you this. We're gonna have to continue to party, 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 party. Um, and now with my now I gotta get on my Madden game. I'm gonna get my Madden on. Used to play Madden like a long time ago, and I stopped. I want to get on my Madden again, and maybe we might find each other online playing Madden. We'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, again, this is the game preview for the Chiefs Bills divisional game, brought to you by Miss Fins. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. I appreciate all of the members, man. You guys really help out the channel, and it really does. It means a lot. Like this is a lot of work. This is endless amount of hours to give you guys content. And I give you guys content every day, twice on Wednesday. So all of this is to say that I appreciate you guys still donating, still becoming members, still becoming subscribers, and still hitting that like button. So go ahead and hit the like button, guys, on your way out. Again, this is Miss Fans. I am Miss Fans. Do me a favor. If you're catching the replay, drop a comment. Tell me if you agree. And as far as my overall score prediction, I had it as, let me see, because I will let you take a look at colors. Want to go? League Wide Wednesday was an awesome show this week. Every week is an awesome show. I picked the Bills actually to win this game 27-24, and only because they're at home. That's the only reason why I gave them the edge. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, again, this is Miss Vince. I'm Miss Vince. Thank you so much for coming through. We got so much more to talk about this all season, and I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. God bless and bye-bye.